Hey yo, LAZ, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss no new episodes that I drop. You heard, and that algorithm could start pitching you those classics that you already missed. You heard? Because it's literally hundreds and hundreds of episodes and stories on this channel that you got to catch up with. Now, I mean, go to that playlist. New and recent episodes only. And even more on that playlist is about 500 pieces. 500 pieces. No exaggeration. Go to that top 10 last stories playlist. You heard? Because I tell those jail stories too. Some call me the Gills Note. You heard? But yeah, man, run down on them playlists. Make sure you catch up on hundreds and hundreds of classic, epic, superb jail stories and hood stories. You heard? LAZ, get at me. Shout out to the bro Un from Queens. You heard? We was in Green back in 9697. You feel me? The bro is jammed up right now in ICE. And they trying to deport him back to Jamaica. Know what I mean? So if you out there and you a real one and you got that cake, you already snow flurry. Make those moves. Listen to the bro story though.
That's their mistake. You wasn't supposed to do that much time. You already did a state bid. They ain't never tried to deport you before. Now they trying to deport you while you got a pending legal situation. That shit ain't right and exact. So, you know what I mean? The righteousness of the universe ain't even gonna let that shit go down like that, bro. You gotta lock in on that Psalms 35. You heard? You know I'm G-O-D too, bro, but you gotta lock in on that Psalms 35 and that Psalm 71. Oh, I definitely remember you, man. I mean, I heard they tried to railroad you and all that, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, crazy. Man, you won't believe this shit, bro. Like, you won't believe it, man. Like, you won't believe this shit, man. So, you know, I found right now that you already know I'm in this ICE camp or whatever the case may be. And, bro, like trying to even speak on this shit is just out of this world. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so pretty much, like, I wound up discovering, you know, on my way to the parole board after I served 20 years, pretty much I found out that, you know, the Department of Corrections had computated my sentence incorrectly. You understand what I'm saying? I had two different sentences, one from a trial verdict and the other one from a plea verdict. You understand what I'm saying? And one is the A felony, the other one is a B felony. So, you know, throughout my whole time, I was focused on the case that I went trial for. I was sitting there litigating about that or whatever the case may be. I'm not thinking in no way, shape, or form that, you know, I have to look over my shoulders as far as my time compensation is concerned. That's until, like, I'm a month removed from going to my earliest release date, and my fucking counselor wound up giving me some paperwork, and I'm looking at the paperwork, I'm like, yo, hold up, like, why, what's going on with this time compensation thing? Like, why is it saying this, that, and the fourth? So, in that particular interview, she told me wait outside her office or whatever, then she wound up coming back and telling me, like, yo, listen, you're right, we messed up on your time compensation. Bro, you wouldn't believe how much years we talking about here. It's embarrassing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like I just sat around and just let this shit happen. But we're talking about 10 years and maybe a little bit more. So, you know, when I get to litigating to try to, you know, get to the bottom of how it came to be that this month that, you know, they was delinquent by this much time, you know, it just became a system of harassment. Every which way. They drafted me out of one facility, sent me to another facility. I went to the parole board, let the parole board know. The parole board, like, listen, we don't have nothing to do with this. I got so much evidence. So it gets to the point now, I never had no immigration issue. Throughout the whole time I've been incarcerated, I've never had an immigration issue. All of a sudden, because I wound up, they wound up agreeing to release me. On the date of my release, immigration come and snatch me up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and pretty much that's the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? That's the circumstance that I find myself in. And what I'm trying to look for, advocacy because, bro, like, the lawyers is, because this is actually an action against the state. And the state is the one who licensed the lawyers. So only certain kind of lawyers is going to really want to take this on. I've been getting mad doors slammed in my face left and right. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't want to go against, obviously, it's a conflict of interest. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping that possibly, my situation and my story could, kind of send some kind of ripples or whatever the case may be, and I could try to get some kind of advocacy. You understand what I'm saying? So that this way, something could be done here.
Hell yeah. So you said they said they were supposed to run those bids concurrent?
Concurrent. They ran it consecutive.
And you got paperwork that proves that they fucked up with that?
I got a amount of paperwork. I got mad paperwork. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So these niggas trying to deport you so you don't sue these niggas for millions of dollars?
Yes. Yes,
so
exactly what's going on.
They can't get away with that. They can't get away with that.
Yeah, exactly what's going on. Well, and it's crazy because the lawyers, because a couple of my guys on the outside, they spoke personally to lawyers. The lawyers already, like, whatever system they got, they punch my name in the system, it automatically pops up. A couple lawyers told a couple of my guys, like, yo, this guy has a computation issue. And he's like, yo, but it's gonna take some money and it's gonna take us some time. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, money and time, like right now I'm running short on bread. You understand what I'm saying? I'm running short on bread and I don't have time right now because what they're trying to do is literally get me the fuck out of here so this way they don't have to worry about this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So
how much you think is gonna cost you for a lawyer to take that case?
Well, I'm gonna keep it a snack, bro. Like I think it's along the lines of probably like 30, like 20 something, maybe 30. You understand what I'm saying? And like my whole thing is, bro, the bag is at the end of the day. It's gonna be a bag involved. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I've been trying to campaign, like, yo, like just throw, you know what I'm saying? I need some assistance, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure that I repay it back, whoever. You understand what I'm saying? With interest, 10 times. You understand what I'm saying?
You're definitely gonna get that word out there, man. You know what I mean? Where is it best for people to contact you?
Tone. Tone is the one that gave me your information.
Yeah.
You can reach out to him because I'm usually in tune with him and he's in tune with one of my bros or whatever.
That you in, that ice spot that you in, the address and your location and everything, because I want to put that out there. So you got to tell people your name and numbers and where you at, man, because you never know who will hear this shit and somebody will try to holler at you, bro.
It's called Buffalo Federal Detention Facility, 4250 Federal Drive, Batavia, New York.
You said what, New York?
Batavia, New York, 1420. Name and number is Andre Gordon. A number, that's the number that they use. It's called an A number. So just put like an A and a pound sign after. 039-135-326. So pretty much from 2002 to my earliest release date was wound up being in 2020. No, 2022. That was my initial parole board date when it was supposed to be along the lines of 2009, 2010.
You know what, though? The reality is, bro, that system is so flawed. Like, there's no way it should have been a mistake in your sentencing like that without the system themselves noticing it or discovering it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That shit crazy. That shit should have rang a bell immediately if it was supposed to be consecutive in the court of law. Like, somebody, them niggas really do need to get sued like crazy.
But second, bro, this is what I'm telling you. The evidence I got is crazy. The sentencing judge actually reached out to them because that's what happened when I blew trial for my robbery conviction or whatever the case. The judge actually stated on record that the sentence will be ran consecutive to my drug sentence because that's what carries the life on the back of my sentence. I had an 8-2 drug felony under the old Rockefeller rules. They gave me 7.5 to life for that shit for 62 grams, a 62 gram cell. So now he's saying the judge in Queens, which is, that case is after the Queens case or whatever, that case is after the drug case. He's saying that they're going to be ran consecutive. But then he realizes that according to operational law, I think it's 70-30.20, you can't run an A felony and a B felony consecutive. You cannot. You understand what I'm saying? So he winds up touching it, and then he writes to the Department of Corrections, and he tells the Department of Corrections to correct it because this is the proper sentence scheme to apply. I got that in writing. You understand what I'm saying? From the district attorney all the way down to the judge reached out to them. You understand what I'm saying? And they yet still they did not apply the correct they didn't apply the correct sentencing scheme. You understand what I'm saying? They just went about and as if like they wasn't told exactly what they were supposed to do as far as with this sentence. Like serious.
Yeah, and and then if you would have had an immigration problem, why they ain't do that on your first bid?
Yeah, exactly. And mind you, like and even deeper than that, on both these sentences, right? On both these sentences, they have law. It's written in law. If during my plea bargain, my attorney was supposed to at least let me know, like, yo, listen, you have this, that, and the fourth going on with immigration, this, that, and the fourth. This could affect your plea, so on and so forth. Nothing was ever mentioned about an immigration consequence. That's an automatic reversal. They have to vacate my sentence just based on that. And then in my trial case, the judge was supposed to let me know that, yo, you have an immigration hold or whatever issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of them were supposed to let me know something. In neither circumstance did they say anything. And the whole time I'm serving all this time, they're telling me I have no immigration issue. I have that in writing. ICE, they saying I don't have no ICE warrant, none of that. Now all of a sudden, when I start getting paperwork and evidence to show that, that they was aware of the fact of what, how the sentence was supposed to be ran concurrent or whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, on my release date now, it becomes an issue with I got an immigration issue. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit wild, bro. That's wild business. For real.
It's great.
And where they trying to send you to Jamaica?
Yeah, they trying to send me. Nigga, I've been up here since I was fucking 6 years old. I don't even got my accent no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit is crazy, my nigga. Like, so that was a state bid that you caught and they sent you to that federal spot?
Yeah. Facts.
They got like a whole side just for ICE?
Yeah, this is in Buffalo. I was in New York State, like, you know what I'm saying? I was running around Sing Sing, Green Haven, all them shits or whatever the case may be. So once I'm finished or whatever the case, they send me up here. Like, this is a whole nother hit. Like, this is a whole nother flex. This is a detention center. You know what I'm saying? Locked in for 18 hours out the day. This shit is wicked, bro. This shit is wicked. I would much rather be in a state right now, fighting this or whatever the case may be than to actually be here right now. I don't have access to the law library like that. Like, they knew that this shit was calculated, bro. This shit was calculated.
How long you been in there?
For 4 months now.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. We're gonna get the word out though, man. We're gonna get the word out, but that shit is fucked up.
Bro. Let me know, bro. Like, whatever you need from me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need, I got it. You know what I'm saying? As far as evidence is concerned or whatever.
You feel me? I'm gonna use that same picture that the bro sent me because I know it's gonna be mad people from Green that see that picture and remember those times. You feel what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
I know it's mad niggas, it's dudes out there that probably want to know what's going on with you and they don't know where you at.
Boy, it's been different, bro. It's been a rough ride, nigga. Like, for real.
Nah, bro, they illegally sentenced you. You did a whole 10 cent that you wasn't supposed to do, bro, know what I mean? The karma on that shit ain't, you know what I mean? Good shit is gonna happen. Good shit is gonna happen, even if they send you back home and shit. Good shit still gonna happen, and you know what I mean. The Lord, the rightfulness of this shit will prevail, my bro, because that shit is wrong. That's their mistake. You wasn't supposed to do that much time. You already did a state bid. They ain't never tried to deport you before. Now they trying to deport you while you got a pending legal situation. That shit ain't right and exact. So, you know what I mean? The righteousness of the universe ain't even gonna let that shit go down like that, bro. You gotta lock in on that Psalms 35. You heard? You know I'm God too, bro, but you gotta lock in on that Psalms 35 and that Psalm 71. Those is 35 is to get you out of jail when you being held wrongfully, and 71 is for your court case to go in your favor. And you gotta lock into them shits.
Let me write this down. 1 second. Give me a second. And you said Psalms 35 and
Psalm 71 for court case. So if you got some type of court case or some type of court movement coming up or something like that, you say Psalm 71. Me personally, I would just say it every day anyway. But when you got court, you say that shit. You say Psalm 71 while the sun is rising, facing the sun. You say that shit 3 days in a row before your court date. So if your court date is on the 20th, you wake up on the 18th and do it when the sun rising, the 19th and the 20th. And if you could go with that psalm in your pocket, I rip it out. I'm the type of nigga, I rip it out, put it in my shoe before I go in front of the judge and all of that. You feel what I'm saying? And the Psalms 35, I just got in the habit of saying that shit facing the sun every morning. And that shit got me out of jail 3 times, bro. I'm not saying that shit gonna work for every single person or every single situation, but when you being wrongfully held for something and you believe in the sciences that they dropping in them psalms, because you know they just dropping the sciences, man. Know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit is all mind food. It's all affirmations. It's all words that program your mind to think a certain way to attract certain things out the universe. You feel what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Yeah, so that 35 and that 71, you gotta lock into those heavy, bro, and just zone out and be like, listen, man, I'm getting out of this shit. And then this is another thing I used to do when I was locked up for some shit that I wasn't supposed to be locked up for. This is another thing you do, bro. Get you a book. That's a book of loose leaf paper, and fill that entire shit up, writing the affirmation over and over. I am coming home.
Gotcha.
Write that until that shit filled up, then buy a new one and keep writing that. Because what happens when you keep writing that shit, it locks into your subconscious mind. And even when you sleeping, shitting, or shaving, that shit be playing in the back of your head. You feel what I'm saying? I am going home.
Yeah.
You programming that shit into your thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit can manifest into reality. When these niggas do some bullshit and they holding a black man, and they holding a motherfucking black man or any man wrongfully, that's when you gotta kick into these powers, bro.
Yeah, that's phase, bro. That's phase, definitely, bro. Definitely. It's funny you say that, because that's what I'm tuned into. Like, you know what I mean, comedic philosophy, or whatever the case may be. Of course, you know, we come from the upbringing of the NTE, whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely in tune with all, you know, the science behind the subconscious mind, and so on and so forth.
Brick and steel can't hold us. Brick and steel can't hold us, bro. We God. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they can, that shit can't really hold us, especially when you in the right. Now, if you a type of motherfucker, you robbing and murdering, and then when you get in jail, you want to try to be positive every single time. That's when the shit ain't gonna work. But when they really did some sucker shit and some bullshit, and you really wrongfully being held because of the negligence of the motherfucking system that's making billions and trillions of dollars off of the blood and pain and sweat off of our motherfucking people, you feel me? Like, you can zone out on them niggas spiritually, bro, and break those barriers and get the fuck home on them niggas. Ain't nothing they could do. They powerless against that.
right, bro. You're right. You're 100% right. I ain't gonna front. I needed to hear that, bro. Like, for real.
Nah, for real, bro. They powerless. Come on, son. You did 10 cent. They were supposed. That's insane. They were supposed. They would like. Now you was crazy young when you caught that bid. Still, even if you in your 20s and all of that, like you still young. You feel what I'm saying? Catching a bid like that.
Old, bro.
Yeah, them niggas railroading niggas. It's thousands of motherfucking black men that need to hear this shit because dudes be sitting on cases, bro. They be illegally sentenced. They be railroaded and they don't even know. You feel me? And you know where we come from sometimes. We don't have no know-how of the law and how it works, or we ain't got the money for the type of lawyers that play real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And we get railroaded.
It's very few, my nigga. It's very few lawyers that actually that's gonna buck the system and go against the status quo to actually represent you.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
Even your own lawyer send you up the river, bro, because we black and we from the hood and niggas feel like we criminals anyway. If we ain't get caught for this shit, it's other shit we ain't get caught for. So niggas like, fuck that, nigga. You a name and a number. Niggas could go to sleep at night while we doing an extra 10 years. Like, that shit crazy, bro. And it's like me, I'm serious about shit like that because I went to jail for an accidental shooting and I had to prove that it was an accident. But if I wouldn't have been able to prove that it was an accident, I could be still sitting in a penitentiary right now. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I know how the system real. They charged me with murder in the second degree. Like, they don't give a fuck. I ain't have no paid lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so them niggas tried to send me up the river, nigga. Like, so I understand how the system operates, bro, for people like us. Like, they don't give a fuck. Niggas that give us 100 years of death penalty. Niggas done got the death penalty for shit they ain't do.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
So it's like, bro, like I said.
You heavy lives, like, bro, like, it's like I told you, bro, this shit is embarrassing, bro, like, because I kind of like, I feel like I fell asleep behind the wheel, bro. Like, it's just crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole primary focus has always been, because I'm actually innocent on one of my cases. You understand what I'm saying? So that's been my focus to actually, to get exonerated for that particular case or whatever the case may be. Not knowing that behind the scenes, these people actually sat there and they did the shit on like this was intentional. Once I read the transcripts that the district attorney and the sentencing judge actually reached out to them and let them know how to apply these sentences, and they totally ignored it. I'm like, yo, like, y'all did this to me on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? And yo, bro, shit is amazing, bro. Shit is amazing.
They
can't make this shit up, bro.
They gotta get it right. Every time you turn on the news, it's a black man being exonerated for some shit he did 20, 30 years for. You feel me? So, what it really was too is, bro, them 20 years they gave you, you wasn't surprised. Like, you used to that's how they railroad us. You feel what I'm saying? So, motherfucker, like, damn, I got 20. And that shit is real, is reality to us. We accept that shit, like, you know what I mean? That shit is insane, bro. I mean, it's insane. And sometimes, it takes crazy shit to happen for us to realize it. But the bottom line is, bro, the whole system be railroading niggas. And when they do wrong like this, we can't let them get away with it. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to tap into that level of spirituality that's on another level, bro. You got to tap into that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Real talk. And then as this episode is out on this channel, it'll reach somebody. It'll reach somebody. You know what I mean? Because ain't no way in the world these niggas gonna make you do an extra 10 years due to a mistake they made in your sentencing. You feel me? And then try to deport you out the country, like, you feel me? And you ain't been there since you was 6 years old. That's insane. Straight up.
First and foremost, man, shout you out, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, like, you know what I mean? I definitely appreciate your platform. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you're doing for individuals such as myself, bro. Like, And for the most part, I want to shout my man Tone out, man, for reaching out, you know, for making this connection right here as well. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it for that because you know, it's almost feel like I'm buried in the grave, like, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for that, bro. You know, in all the support of my family, you know what I'm saying? All the support of my family, my daughter. You know, I'm a grandfather now as of 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago, a month ago. You understand what I'm saying? My daughter just gave birth to, you know, my first grandson. And you know, just, you know, a few dudes, my son Mac Murder. Shout Mac Murder out, and all that. That's my guy. You know, all the guys, man. All the guys. Free the guys for the most part.
What part of Queens you from again?
I'm originally from South Jamaica.
My bro, shout out to the bro Sha. Like, that means son was locked up facing life. You feel me? We campaigned on the channel so crazy. Son is home in the streets right now.